Morning all. It's Monday the 15th. I went to see yesterday, Sunday, I went to go and get my blood drawn. They did another what do you call it? Did a whole big old run of blood tests my mind just went completely blank. To see how many more of when you get your Lyme, they run your Lyme test to see if, within a month or so, they usually, if you want to, well, not all doctors, my doctor did, to see if what other numbers may pop up along the line within a couple weeks or a couple months. So, since it's been since January, I've actually had a Lyme test done, and only Lyme specific and spotted fever popped up. Can you watch it? They decided to run that again since I'm having more severe issues and everything. So they ran that again. They ran another co-infection because unfortunately, being out here, I did get a couple more. What? I did happen to get a couple tick bites since I've been out here. This is going on my 3 weeks, so Vanderbilt is CDs. I did get a hold of Vanderbilt, got a hold of my doctors and since they go by the CDC, they go by the CDC book, and therefore you've got to have so many bands for them to accept you. So that ticked off my doctors. So they are behind me 100%, and they're going to treat me. And that's another reason why they're going to run the Lyme test again, to make sure they they cover every band and every co-infection, so they know exactly everything to fight for me, because they know the co-infections, because they did pick up all the I'm going dumb this morning, I'm sorry, to make sure how to treat me properly, to get the biofilms, the L cells, all the cells, so they could properly treat all the co-infections instead of just the get out of there, Hades. Sorry, guys. So they can properly treat everything they've got. They also, I got my CT reports back, my x-rays, and they ran a lot of crap yesterday. They're sending me to a neurologist because I have destroyed both rotary cuffs. Go figure. I also have, get out of there, on both rotary cuffs, rotary cuff arthropathy, whatever the heavens and above that means. But I've destroyed both rotary cuffs. I thought I tore just a few. What they guessed when I went down this past Monday that I tore a few muscles through the move, but I actually, on both muscles on my shoulder blades, on my back shoulder blades, I have pulled and tore both. I have tore both breastplate muscles. The muscles that connect from your breastplate to your neck and your shoulder blades to your neck, I have stretched them where they don't, it's like, I guess, rubber bands where they come back together, so they're not coming back together. So I've got that problem. That's part of the CT scan now. Oh Lord, there's a lot they found. The mass can be seen from my breast now on the x-ray, so that's a pretty good size mass that's on my breast. That definitely can be seen, without a doubt. because I have very dense muscle tissue on my breast. They said because, and it's therefore it's hard to see masses, but this mass you can definitely see on the x-ray and the CT scan. But the neurologist they're sending me to, I have no clue who this person is yet. I've not been called by them yet. So I'm awaiting that. They said something about surgery. They'll probably have to do surgery on my rotary cuffs, and something about the muscle that connects from my breastplate muscle to my neck and the one from my back to my neck before it does any damage because of the myopathy I have in my neck and the degenerative disc disease and all that crap. I'm having very big issues with the neuropathy. Over the weekend, sorry, I keep turning around. I'm having to keep an eye on my pit this morning. We cleared more of we have 3 acres of mowed yard, and that's a lot. No, I'm going to say 5 acres of mowed. 3 acres of mowed, 2 acres of it cleaned. That my fiance and I did a little bit, and he's sniffing the new cottage, and he knows he's raised by me, so, and he listens to my fiance, mind you, but I'm alpha, I'm boss, so he knows not to get off grass. Well, this is cut, so he thinks I can trot on it. So I'm having to keep an eye on him. So I don't mean nothing. And there's a lot of normal black snakes, which I don't mind the black snakes because they keep the bad snakes out, which I hate snakes altogether. A good snake is a dead snake to me. Nothing against any snake lovers, mind you, but just don't bring them around me. But I'm just having to keep an eye on him out here. So I don't mind me when I turn around and keep an eye on him. But other than that, my hands have been a real issue this weekend, and my arms, and I'm really having to. But I'm getting off the subject. When I saw my doctor yesterday, because she's pregnant and she's going to be having her baby in August, so she set me up with another doctor. So when she goes on baby leave, and that was the first time she felt the mass and all that good stuff. And the new doctor I'll be seeing when she goes on baby leave is a good doctor. I finally got to meet him, but I told him he ain't gonna see me naked. He's a man, so that ain't happening. So I don't know, guys. I'm just the whole neuropathy, arthropathy, neurology, all this stuff don't bother me. Stay. Hey, get back over here. You heard me. Go over here. Sorry. Thank you. If you heard the trotting, that's what I did. What I did. Oh my God. That stuff don't bother me. It's just the whole new breast mass and the blood, waiting to find out since I got bit by a couple more ticks. I know there's so many tick diseases you could catch outside of the 2 I've got, minus the co-infections. I'm crossing my fingers I didn't catch anything else outside of already the crap I've caught. And then when she ran a panel to see what because I know back in March they ran my blood. This other idiot doctor ran my blood, and I knew my liver was failing, and they put me on medicine to get me with my liver back to balance, and my platelets were severely high. But my white and red blood cells were, for once in 2 years, good. And that was in March. Well, now, when she checked them yesterday, my red blood cells are flatlined. I mean, dead. There's no hardly any existence of red blood cells. And my white blood cells are they're playing up in the stars. I mean, they are so, my body's fighting something, and we don't know if it's the breast problem. We don't know if it's the torn muscles. We don't know if it's because of the tick, new tick diseases or new co-infections. We don't know nothing, and that's another thing. And I'm skipping around everywhere because over the also this Friday, because my fiance works and gets off 3 days a week, and this is the first time I've actually, I mean, I'm out in the sun, mind you, and I got to be careful being out in the sun because of certain medications I'm on. But this was the first time I actually laid out in the sun. I'm usually walking in the sun, not laying in the sun. So there's a difference, and I guess you guys would know that. And I wasn't in the sun less than 3 minutes. I laid out on a lawn chair with my fiance, and like I said, you can lay out here nude. I wasn't, mind you. He was. Yeah. But I was in shorts and everything, and I just laid back on the lawn chair. In less than 3 minutes from where my shorts started down to my feet, immediately turned blood red and whelped up swollen. And I started getting red whelps on top of the red swollen skin. And immediately, that was it. I had to come in. I don't know what happened. I'm immediately like, okay, I can't get in the sun. And I still, if I was outside in the sunshine out here, you could literally see where the sun immediately attacked me. And it's like I was dipped in hot oil. Immediately burnt me. And I literally swole up, immediately red whelped. And then whelps, round whelps on top of the red swollen skin. It scared the living hell out of me. I've never done it. But yet that was my first time. Okay. And that was my first time I've ever actually lounged out in the sun. But I've never done it. I mean, I walk around in the sun and I don't do it. But to lay out in the sun, I can't do it. Now, like I've noticed, I've got to wear sunglasses when I'm out in the sun. That I've noticed. Because my eyes and my eyelids feel the same way. They literally, my eyeballs themselves feel like they get sunburnt. So, I mean, I know I got to wear sunglasses, but that was the first time I've ever done that. And I've also noticed, since I've gotten all these weird co-infections and diseases, I used to never be allergic to poison ivy, poison oak, sumac, nothing. I could go roll out in it and never have an issue. Now, I can't even be around poison ivy and oak. I literally, now I catch it. And excuse my grammar, but it pisses me the hell off. Because now I've got it on my arms. Because I used to never be allergic to this. And my fiance is highly allergic to it. So I grabbed it and put it over in the pile. That's the only thing I grabbed. Get over here. Sorry. And I put it in the pile. Within 5 minutes later, I've got, and I don't know, I know you guys can't see it on the video. I've got red, swollen dots that started blistering. And immediately caught it. And it spread and itched and calamine lotion it up. I mean, I'm like, oh, why did I get this? What? So, I mean, I know it's these diseases and co-infections. Now, when they say you're now allergic to everything, you're allergic to everything. I literally have to live in a bubble. So, it pisses me off. It pisses me off. But I'm going to get off here because, I mean, I got a lot to do today, and I haven't even took my medicines today. My Skippy little dog has skipped off to the front yard, and I cannot see him. And I don't want to be yelling for him on the video. But I'll get on here this afternoon, or like see what I'm saying? I know it's itching. I'm going to try and have a good day. It's supposed to be way up in the 80s. I know not to lay out in the sun, and I know not to do anything major because I'm on 6 weeks of light duty. Whatever the holy hell that means. So, I mean, but God bless you all, and gentle hugs, and look for the silver lining, guys, and try and laugh at everything, because if you don't, I don't know. It ain't worth nothing if you don't find some silver lining in something. But God bless. Have a good day. Be good, guys.